Hello, hello, and welcome. Listen, we're going to talk about Sister Wives season 17. I know at the time of this recording, we are on episode 11, season 17, but I can't get past episode 10. So that's what we're going to get into. All right, let's get into it. Listen, if you haven't been following this recent season of Sister Wives, season 17, you got to get into it because it is, oh my goodness, it's just so much. It's so much. Now, at the time of this recording, episode 11 has already aired, but I can't get past episode 10. So that's what we're going to talk about. But really, we're going to focus on the relationship or lack thereof between Christine, Meri, and Robyn. Because that's really what my issue is. We're going to talk about Kody too, trust me. But for now, let's talk about Robyn and Meri and their treatment or their attitude rather toward Christine. So, if you have been following or if you haven't, Christine is leaving Kody. At this point she left Kody, okay? And when she tells her sister wives, Meri and Robyn, they're shocked. And Janelle is too. She Janelle admits that she and Christine definitely had talked about some of the issues that Christine had been having with Kody, but she didn't know that the divorce was like happening. And so Christine meets with her sister wives at some point, and and Kody is there, and she's informing them that she is leaving Kody. And Meri and Robyn, oh, this is what pisses me off. They focused so much on themselves. And I get it because with the dynamic that they have, it's not just that Christine is divorcing Robyn. It's not just that, excuse me, that Christine is divorcing Kody. They have an entire family unit that includes multiple wives, right? Hence the name, sister wives. And so they are concerned about their relationship with Christine. At least that's what they say. But is it real concern? Is it genuine? Because how many times have they called Christine? How many times did they reach out? How many times did they go over to her house once they found out she was divorcing Kody? Or knowing that she and Kody had been having issues, how many times did they go and try and support her? How many times? So they're worried about this relationship with Christine and her leaving the family, but how supportive, where was the support for Christine as she was going through her issues with Kody? And then where's the support for Christine if you are really, sister wives, you have this relationship with one another, you have your own community, right? There's their own community or with amongst the wives, then where is that support once you learn that one of the wives is divorcing the husband because she's had enough. She's had enough. Instead of showing compassion and empathy for Christine, these two, Meri and Robyn, focused on themselves. And in a way, it's like, blaming Christine for leaving the family. Well, how could she? Why is she doing this? She could hold on, you know. And then Meri says in one clip, if people just got their heads out their butts, then maybe I'm paraphrasing here. Maybe we can get something done. But Meri, ma'am, you are with Kody, with right because not really. You're sticking it out. And at one point, Robyn says, hold on with me, Meri. Okay, hold on with you. When her relationship with Kody is pretty much non existent in terms of romantic relationship, in terms of a marriage, at this point, they have a cordial friendship. And you're telling her, hold on with you. And that's what y'all want Christine to do too, to hold on. When Christine has said that she's not happy, especially once last season when Kody brought up not having an intimate relationship with her, Christine, according to Christine, she said that's what Kody said, that he was not interested in having an intimate relationship with her at that time. And she's like, well, what are we doing here? Then I don't want you in my bed. And from there, it just continued to spiral, it seems. And Meri and Robyn want Christine to hold on. They want to make sure, are you sure? Okay, that's a fair question. Are you sure this is what you want to do? But once Christine says, yes, I'm sure, once she makes a decision, then where is the support? Show up for her as her sister wife, show up for her as a friend. But instead of doing that, these two focused only on themselves. And what bothers me is Robyn is divorced. Robyn had a husband. It did not work out. Robyn divorced that husband. Now, I don't know who initiated that divorce, but the point is Robyn and that first husband, they are no longer married to each other. Robyn says, I can understand some of what she's going through, excuse me, because Robyn experienced a relationship that did not work out. So you were able to leave, you were able to divorce your husband, but Christine isn't. Why is there difference? What is the difference supposed to be? And then for Meri, Meri says she understands because she and Kody have a rocky relationship, but she still wants Christine to stay. Just because you, Meri, choose, just because you choose to stay. And when Kody has said he's not interested in this a romantic relationship with you. Kody has said it's okay for you to go live at your family's bed and breakfast. He said he doesn't have those types of feelings for you. He doesn't, it's not there anymore. And yet you are sticking around, and that's your choice. That's your choice because again, it's a whole dynamic. It's not just the dynamic between Meri and Kody. So, okay, that's your choice, but just because you choose to be in a relationship where you're probably not being fulfilled, right? Because let's be clear, Meri, you went out several seasons ago. We heard about this incident. You were up on them, up in the those internet streets, okay? Looking for something. You were looking for connection and a sense of belonging because you were not getting that in your relationship with your husband. And there was some friction, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, between you and your sister wives at that time. I think you felt isolated, you felt alone. You wanted to nurture something outside of that family. You wanted that sense of connection. And you probably would have left if it wasn't a catfishing incident. But it was, and so you stayed. But you chose to stay. Kody says all the time, y'all can leave. Now, I don't think Kody was prepared to have Christine leave because he's like, wait, I've said it, but I didn't think they were going to take me up on it. This is just my take on some of the things that he said on the show. And so now, because Christine has the courage to leave, you are so upset, Meri. You're upset and you're hurt, Robyn. And you keep focusing, both of you, on yourselves instead of on what Christine is going through. I imagine this has to be tough for her too, because she's the one who's going through the divorce with Kody. She's the one who's moving away from the family. She's going to be living in a different state, hours away. Where is your support for her? Where's your support? Now, listen, whenever there is a breakup, right, we go through this period of transition and we grieve the loss, and that is okay. It's okay for them to be hurt and upset and have this anger. That is okay because they're human. I'm not saying that they shouldn't feel what they're feeling. I'm saying at some point we got to put our feelings aside and we got to show up for the person who's also experiencing it and not just be so focused on ourselves. And so for Meri and Robyn, not to be so focused on themselves because that's what I'm seeing and that's what I have an issue with. You're not showing up for her, but then you want to be sad that she says that. So let me back up. So Robyn asked Christine, well, are you interested in working on the relationships that had problems from years ago? Are you interested in that moving forward? And Christine said, for now, no. Which is fair. She is going through this huge transition. Why is she now trying to work through problems with you, Robyn, when y'all could have done that before? So y'all didn't for whatever reason, right? It just sometimes people just don't gel that way, or one person might be closer to another person, and that's okay. But at this point, she's already going through this major transition, and again, Robyn brings it back to her, and she is asking Christine if Christine is interested in working through some things from the past. No, and Christine, rightfully so, says, not right now. And so then we see Meri in an interview, and she's like, well, I should just leave. What's the point of me being here? Well, Meri, what's the point of you being there? I don't know, because you haven't really said anything to her. You said, I think it was, she was just so upset. I can't remember the exact emotion she used, the exact word she used. But Meri, expressed her feelings and said she had so much of this feeling that she couldn't really talk to Christine. Okay, because we all go through things in our own way. But at some point, we also have to respect the decision that the other person has made. And it would be amazing, right, for Meri and Robyn as sister wives to see this from Christine's point of view. Where is the compassion? Where is the empathy for your sister wife? Where? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. And so then we have Kody. Now I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play a few seconds of this clip, and then we're gonna talk about it. So the first half was my disappointment with Robyn and Meri for not extending compassion and empathy for Christine. Don't make it all when somebody is going through something and you have your own emotions about it and you might be affected too. Let's try to see how we can also show up for the other person who's going through this major life transition and not stay focused only on ourselves. We'll get to you, right? You can get to you. Show up for your friend, show up for your sister wife, show up for your family member. Okay, let's play a quick clip of Kody and his shenanigans, and then we'll get into it.
Ship with these other people. And that's the reason I'm pissed off.
That's not true.
And
yes,
it's just
I did.
vomiting out of me because I've sat here with it just like Christine, try and do this. You wanted to renegotiate a relationship with me, but you wouldn't even have a decent one with them.
And with them, if you did not catch this clip, or if somehow you missed it, he's really talking about Robyn, it seems to me, because prior to Kody standing up to speak, he turns to when Robyn asked the question about, are you interested in continuing a relationship, with those of us who maybe you haven't been close to? And Christine says, not right now. And Kody says, well, she's never liked you. I'm paraphrasing. She's never liked you. And that's why I'm angry. And then he gets up, gets in the middle of the floor, and then he walks off to the side, maybe so that he can get a better camera angle. But he walks over to the side, and this is where we are. So it's like, is it that she wasn't interested in having a decent relationship with all of the sister wives, or are we just focused on Robyn? Because the rumor is Robyn is his favorite wife. That's the rumor. And if we watch the show, that's how it looks. And you know what? It's interesting that he says you wouldn't even have a decent, relationship with them. You didn't try. Okay, I'm jumping ahead because, but hear me out. He's saying that, but Christine and Janelle weren't always super close. Guess what? They are now. That tells me Christine can put in the effort. That tells me she can have a close relationship with a sister wife. So just because she doesn't have one with um, Robyn and Meri right now, it doesn't mean it always would have been that way. But how could she have a solid, strong relationship with her sister wives when her relationship with her husband wasn't so strong, wasn't so solid, where there were issues? So of course, it makes sense to me. She would want to better that relationship. She would want to strengthen the relationship with her and her husband. What's wrong with that? Okay, let me finish playing the rest of the clip and we're gonna keep talking about it.
Always about the kids. That was the easy part. Man, just the knife in the kidneys. over all these years. And the sacrifices that I made to love you.
Okay. What? The sacrifices that I've made to love you? Okay, so in relationships, you might hear people say, I've sacrificed this and that to make sure we could have a cohesive unit, which we could talk about in another video because I got some opinions on that. But okay, that's one thing. But that's not what Kody said. Kody said, the sacrifices that I've made to love you, wasted. Sir, what? In an earlier episode of this season, or maybe it's in a different episode. I can't recall if it's an earlier episode of this season or a previous season, when he says that he wasn't attracted to Christine. That was this season. He mentioned it again. He wasn't attracted to Christine. He also said, but I would hug her and kiss her because those were my responsibilities as her husband. Sir, what? And now we want to put on this performance because she decided enough was enough. She decided enough was enough. And we want to take it here to yell at this woman, embarrass this woman in front of other people. Because that could have been a private conversation, Kody. But to have that conversation, to make statements, to make the statements that you made in front of other people, in front of these cameras, in front of the world, and you say this to your wife who you have been with for what, 30 years? I think they've known each other for 30 years, been together for 20 something years. They have how many kids together? Multiple children together? And that's how you speak to her. And Miss Meri and Robyn sitting over on the sidelines, do y'all think this is okay? And if he has said that he had to make sacrifices to love her, do you still expect her to stay?
Wasted. But accountability is what I've been asking for here. And you are running away rather than being accountable.
How is she running away? She has mentioned, Christine at no point has ever tried to play the saint in this season or other seasons. We have heard about the disconnect between her and some of her sister wives and Kody. What do you mean accountability? Kody, I want you to be accountable. My issue with Kody regarding this divorce is that it seems, as the viewer, that he is putting all of the blame on Christine. All the issues they have, it's all Christine's fault. The children don't want a relationship with him. It's Christine's fault. There's conflict with the children. It's Christine's fault. Christine doesn't have a good relationship with the sister wives. It's Christine's fault. Like, he's putting all the blame on her. So Kody, the question for you is, where is your accountability? Are you being accountable for the part that you played? So what do you all think about Kody's performance? Are we gonna applaud? Because that's what it was for me. It was a performance. Homeboy got up. First he took center stage, then he said, nope, this not a good angle. Let me move over here. And I mean, continue to just really be so mean toward Christine, toward his wife, toward somebody who you knew for decades. And to go back to Meri and Robyn, you expect her to still hang in there, knowing how he feels, knowing that they have been struggling, that it just has not been working out. Now, really quickly, to go back to Miss Meri, at one point, Kody turns to her and he says, oh, I could just feel, so I'm paraphrasing here, I could just feel you thinking, what is it that you have to say? And Mary's like, me. And she gets so giddy. Who, me? And it's almost as if, oh my goodness, he's paying attention to me. And she's like laughing, like, oh, I don't know what he thinks I want to say. I don't have anything to say. But she got so giddy and it felt like it was so cringe because it felt like, oh, she was just so happy to have him pay attention to her, even if it was for a second, even if he was calling her out to be part of the drama. But she was so excited to have him pay attention to her. So, the compassion, where's the compassion? Where's the empathy, specifically from Robyn and Meri? With Kody, okay, I get it. You're going through a divorce. Again, transition. We start to grieve loss. We go through the process of grief. I understand he has these high emotions, these intense emotions. That makes sense. But Kody, as an adult, we need to be accountable for our emotions, right? We need to be mindful of managing our emotions and not intentionally inflicting harm, toward anybody else. And so you could have all these emotions, Kody, but that doesn't give you the right to then speak to this woman that way and that manner on a public platform. So while it may have made good TV, that wasn't okay at all. That wasn't okay.
You're like, I'm divorced. I'm leaving. I'm done with you. You're out of my house.
Show me the issue. Show me the issue. See, he and Meri are going through their situation, right? Where they're not really together. And he said that. He's like, she can go off and marry somebody else. It wouldn't bother me. I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially that's what Kody said about Meri, his relationship with Meri. But she's still sticking in there. And I think he wasn't oh, he I think it really surprised him that Christine made the decision and was like, no more. So it's not, we're going to just drag this out forever and ever. No, you're not interested in having an intimate relationship with me. I'm not feeling fulfilled in this relationship. What are we doing here? What are we doing? She decided to leave. And he's like, you just did this, like this, right? Like she made the decision and boom, it was done. It was done. It was done. Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because it's not a surprise that you all were having issues. I think for him, the surprise was, oh, so she's not willing to stick it out for a longer period of time. Well, no, ma'am, no, sir. No, ma'am, no, sir. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Listen, I'm going to do another episode on Sister Wives because there's some more I want to talk about. Let me know what you thought of this particular episode. Let me know what you thought of Mr. Kody Brown losing his temper, honey, and just showing his colors, baby. But have you been watching Sister Wives? I would love to hear what your thoughts are, and I would love to see you in the next one. So be sure to come back and have a great day. We'll talk again real soon. Bye for now.